Peace, family. Recently, there was a heated exchange at an abortion hearing on abortion drugs and the safety of these abortion drugs. There was a heated exchange between Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri and OBGYN Dr. Verma Nisha. Basically, I'll just play the clip and give you my thoughts as we run the clip. So let's run this clip real quick. Here we have the heated discussion between Senator Josh Hawley, and Dr. Verma Nisha.
You think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, I wasn't sure where you were going with.
So you see the little moonwalking back, you see the tap dancing. Definitely doesn't seem like she wants to answer this question with a straight answer. She's trying to play politically safe on this one.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics.
Absolutely.
So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
can men get pregnant?
Many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women.
Can men get pregnant?
Again, as I'm saying,
let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
no, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not.
Yeah, this is interesting. I notice this when I be having conversations with people a lot of times, and they try not to give a yes or no answer, or they won't answer the question. They'll give a question. They'll pose a question to your question, or go all over the damn universe without answering your actual question, and try to create different scenarios that don't actually speak to your question, but they do it to circumvent the question. And a lot of times people, when I have these type of discourses with people, they always shoot with the same response. You just don't like the answer I'm giving. And no, that's not actually true. That's the cop-out when people say things like that. Like where she's saying that she doesn't know politically what's the intentions of the questions politically, like they yes or no questions, like there's some type of political innuendo in a yes or no question. I think that's a ridiculous assertion. As you can see, she doesn't want to answer this question nor stand on a position that is supported by science. But let's continue.
Make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert, and you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor.
All right, real quick, I'm just noticing the language. I know that Josh Hawley is a Republican, and he said that this is an expert that was called by the other side. So we see the political game being played. This is somebody who's a Democrat, or at least supports Democrats and liberals, and she's trying to stay true to her line. Her in the yes or no questions, with this whole idea that it has a political, that there's a political agenda behind these yes or no questions. First of all, this whole stage is political right here. So this is all politics right here. She wants to make sure that she doesn't cross her political line. She wants to make sure that her answers are, in fact, aligned with her political base.
And you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question.
This boy's good, though. I ain't gonna lie. This boy's sharp. This boy's sharp.
It really is, I think.
I I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating
This is
male
extraordinary.
female with
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
What you were talking about is biological.
You're not gonna answer my
you're saying
question, it sounds like.
Biological males.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
Again, I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you that is not coming from a place of trying to be polarized and push.
I'm not trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to ask, I think it is extraordinary that we are here in a hearing about science and about women.
So basically, this woman is saying that she feels like the line of questioning is polarized, than that he's trying to bully her into an answer. He's trying to corner her into a yes or no answer when it's a yes or no question. The question is, can biological men get pregnant? And this is the sick political game we are playing. And all my liberal brothers and sisters out there, this is the liberal donkeyism that y'all are supporting. This is the liberal foolishness, the liberal insanity that y'all are supporting. And I'm not saying this to say that I support the conservatives or I support the Republican Party. I don't at all. I don't support neither party. But looking at this liberal insanity right now and the fact that political ties are trumping scientific evidence right now. There's absolutely no evidence in the world that suggests that a man can or will ever get pregnant. There's no scientific evidence to suggest that's even possible. But yet, this woman is sitting up there tap dancing around the questions and claiming that like she's being bullied or something, or this is some type of a polarizing question. Because she's supposed to be an expert. This woman is supposed to be an expert. She is a doctor. I can't just call her by her name. She has a doctor in front of her name. And this is what her field has taught her?
And for the record, it's women who get pregnant, not men.
It also,
We are here about the safety of women and science that shows that this abortion drug causes adverse health events in 11% of cases. That's 22 times greater than the FDA label, another fact you haven't acknowledged, and yet you won't even acknowledge the basic reality that biological men don't get pregnant. There's a difference between biological men and biological women. I don't know how we can take you seriously and your claims to be a person of science if you won't level with this on this basic issue. I thought we were past all of this, frankly. I can't believe we're still here talking about it.
Yeah, I want to know, do y'all take this serious? I can't take her serious. I'm not gonna lie, I can't take this woman serious at all. This is ridiculous. She's supposed to be a doctor. She's supposed to be somebody who understands the science of the medical field. And like they said, they're talking about a drug that is harmful to women. And I guess the whole premise is the fact that you have men who feel like they're women, think they're women, have even went as far as to mutilate their bodies to prove that they're women and to have the exterior or appearance of a woman physically. And I'm guessing the controversy is between them taking this pill or them being considered women in this study. Now we're trying to find, this is a scientific study, and we need to know the effect that this has on women and not men, not men who biologically feel like they're a woman, not men who are born men but feel like they're a woman and have biologically altered themselves to have the appearance or genitalia of women. See, this gets very dangerous because this make-believe that we playing, this lack of reality, this is insane right here. Let me wrap this up though.
About this.
I am a person of science, and I'm also someone here who's here to represent the complex experiences of my patients, and I don't think polarized language or questions serve that goal. I don't think they serve the American people.
It is not polarizing to
They
say
are
that there
not.
is a scientific difference between men and women, and I want this to be clear and for the record. It is not polarizing to say that women are a biological reality and should be treated and protected as such. That is not polarizing, that is truth. It is also, by the way, the United States Constitution, which offers unique protections to women in a variety of circumstances as women. And your refusal to recognize women as women and men as men is deeply corrosive to science, to public trust, and yes, to constitutional protections for women as women. And I think it's extraordinary that you would sit here and advance a political agenda that has been thoroughly discredited and rejected by the American people in this forum. And I'm glad we had this exchange because it is exceptionally clarifying. It is also in many ways quite depressing. You think that?
Yes, I have to agree wholeheartedly. I mean, the man makes the point, man. This was very depressing. That was definitely depressing right there. That was ridiculous. The woman couldn't even answer a straight question. And it's all based on political ties. And she used her patience and the complexities of her patience. So tell me what y'all think. Is this somebody, this Dr. Verma Nisha, is she someone that you would trust when it comes to being honest about science and biology? Is she just being real careful and meticulous with her words so that she doesn't unalign herself with her political base?